Well, my darlings. Welcome to the Business of Pleasure podcast. It's your girl, Cash, your sexologist bestie. And today, this is going to be like a roller coaster, all right? Because honestly, whenever I sit down with this person, I don't think we ever do what we expect to do.
Never.
I'm now learning after just a short amount of time. We really got to work on, like, wait a minute, what do we talk?
No, it's giving ADHD.
It is. And you know, I got a little bit of that, you know.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah, but you know what? I think also whenever like a flow is happening and energy is good, it just flows. So just go with us. Go on the flow, okay?
Join us on this journey.
If you haven't noticed yet, the beautiful woman to my side here, the one and only Mandii B is in the building.
Hi.
And first of all, looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
I want to tell you guys that we have been working, first of all. So bear with us at any given point. Because
and we fluster our words, don't know what we got to say. We've been doing a lot of talking.
We've been doing a
lot of recording this week.
we gonna make it make sense in the end. That's why I said you just got to stay with us because it goes there. But you know, the first segment, guys, on the Business of Pleasure is that we like to get into those topics. Our platform exists to empower, educate, and earn. And that's what our 3 segments will do. Our first segment, Power in Your Presence, though, is where we really want to talk about the powerful individual that we have here with us. So I'm not going to even wait. I'm going to get straight to it. Let me start off with a little bit of giving flowers.
Okay.
And the reason why I feel like that's really important is because I feel in this industry of pleasure and even wellness, but like the side of it or whatever the case is, the people who get all of the hype and all of the glory are often people who are more adult content creators and, in that side of the industry, there's like massive things and it's starting to become a conversation to acknowledge the people who are bringing the conversations now.
Yes.
But it was a long time before that acknowledgement happened.
Yes.
So I have to start off by saying thank you for being a voice that helps elevate like conversations around this realm, right? Because almost a decade?
Almost a decade. We're 9 years in.
Yeah. So you got to imagine a decade ago, this was not normal.
Not for women to talk the way that we talk.
No.
Definitely not as Black women, right? Like in terms of speaking about kink and things that when we first started the pod too, we used to call things WPS, like white people shit. Not realizing that there's a huge community of kinksters and lifestylers within our own communities that we've just never seen platformed before. And I'm like so grateful to have I do believe we spearheaded those conversations in normalizing what non-traditional love can look like and what non-traditional sex can look like, especially for us.
Yeah.
Being that we, oftentimes it's not talked about in the household and we learn it, unfortunately, in a very unsafe way because the conversations aren't had. And so to me, even with starting Whoreible Decisions, whenever someone asked what our podcast was about or why we made it, literally it was to destigmatize kinks within the Black community. That's literally what our little stamp, our thing is that's what we're working on doing. And I mean, there's still mad stigmas that we're getting, that we still have, but that was like our mission.
That was the claim. Yeah.
That was the mission. Yeah.
It's funny because, my best friend and I have openly been that way about our conversations for a long time. So when you see other people who are like that, first of all, you're like, you feel seen. But you're 1,000% right because even now, the way I'll talk about things is still not even fully reflective of then, because I think I still entered it with slight caution.
Yes.
Whereas now it's like, you can't tell me anything.
You can't tell me shit.
You can't tell me shit, right?
You can't tell me shit. And at least you found, and that's another thing, you found partnership in doing so. And, know, your episode with us is dropping as well this month with your partner. And I loved hearing him say what I know I've had conversations with in terms of my partners, where a lot of people are scared to be with women like us.
Yeah.
So boisterous and brave to speak out about our pleasure, what we enjoy, sex, because of course, no one wants to be with a quote unquote hoe. That was another part of naming our podcast, Whoreible Decisions. It's funny now to say, but the same way we as a community reclaim the word nigga
and bitch,
and we wanted to reclaim the word whore and make it something that could be empowering. Now, clearly, that didn't work. It didn't happen, and no one still wants to be called a whore or a hoe.
No, but I think that like everybody, because I mean, if it's in your house, in your bed with your person, and they say it,
no, of course, that's fine. But in terms of society deeming you as that, it removes your autonomy, your ability to be a victim, the way in which someone respects you, unfortunately.
Oh, you just hit it on a note with that ability to be a victim point right there. That one right there. Because it's so funny because I tell people like, at first, and this is not necessarily my mindset entirely now, but I remember in the beginning, I was like, if they're going to sexualize me, I might as well benefit. And it just kind of felt like because people were going to get what they were going to get anyway. And, you know, trigger warning to anybody who's experienced any form of assault or anything like that. I was like, I got dealt trauma like Oprah was giving it to me. Like, you get a little DV, you get a little sexual assault, you get a little bit of drugs in the family, you get a little bit of, like, I just felt like, okay, why I gotta get a little bit of all of that? Like some of the world's deepest traumas at a very early on. And by the time I was like 19.
I mean, that's the experience for a lot of black women.
A lot of black women.
A lot of black women, yeah.
And so then going down the path, I actually didn't plan to be this today, right?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think
anybody does.
When they were...
Yeah, in elementary school, like, what do you want to be?
I'm a sexologist. I'm gonna be a podcaster and share about every time I sucked a dick.
I'm gonna coach a penis in someone's mouth.
Like no one like this isn't a career or a thought of, especially for us growing up. I'm in my 30s. A woman. The only person we saw was Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
Old ass white woman, but never saw anyone that looked like me or was relatable talk about the things that we talk about now. Yeah. And I just think it's so important. But yeah, I ain't grow up saying I'm gonna share. Now I did want to be a video vixen at one point.
I cannot be mad at that because video vixens had a very big name. Like they were the it girls.
And they got to go on yachts. They used to travel like. They went to goddamn Brazil. I'm bringing up, I think that was a Snoop Dogg and Pharrell video.
Going the hard route and not going.
And I'm like, I could just be in a bikini and make thousands of dollars around rich men. Ooh, you know what I mean?
That's real. No, that's real. It's so funny because you really never know what leads you here. And ironically, like becoming a sexologist, and this is why like my love and for the BK family, shout out to all of the BK family. It became so rich because they gave me permission, right? And then they gave me access to the resources to make it a thing. Like I came into like, I'm gonna just put dildos on the table, right? I'm from New York. I could hustle anything. I could hustle some dildos, right? So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get this coin. You know, at that time, my son had just got diagnosed. Okay. And I had to leave politics. It was like too much work, too much stress. I was like, I need to be here. What can I do? And slinging ding-a-lings is the thing, right?
Slinging ding-a-ling is crazy.
It was for real. And so I went to a party one time and I, just doing my regular intro. Hey girls, we have a good time. And I guess something I said in the intro of like, whether you know what you like or you're here to figure that out, I got you. I never thought that one sentence was going to be so big. But one of the guests in the party, like she came at the end of the party to the order room, like to buy her stuff. And so as soon as the door closed, she just broke down. And I was like, what's going on? I thought we were having a good time. Right. And she was like, I want to buy a dildo. And I was like, okay, you're in the right place, girl. I got you. But I didn't understand what she was experiencing. And she had said to me, is this a safe place? And I was like, this is the first time I'm like, absolutely. I said, we the only ones in here, and whatever happens in here is not leaving.
Right.
And she said to me,
it done left. It's on the pod now.
Right. Yeah. But at this point, but I was like, we're good. And in this conversation, you're good with me. And I was like, so she said to me, I'm crying because she had been sexually assaulted. She's abstained from sex since. This was the first time that she had considered any kind of sexual anything since the experience happened. And so the mere fact of that she was even open to buying a toy was like a big step. Okay. Right? And so when she said that, I was like, I knew I wasn't qualified to a degree of certain, but I said, listen, I'm not a clinical expert or anything like that in this part of this realm of it. But I've experienced what you've experienced, and at minimum, I could relate to this feeling. And I said to her, and I know toys. So I can help you pick one that's going to be good for where you are in your process, right? And we talked about it as she went through it. And I was like, feel this. Is this too strong? And, I didn't care how many people were waiting out there to buy a toy. I didn't care anything. She was going to get all the time she needed. But I never wanted to not be able to help another her, like in a more thorough way. So I was like, what do I have to do to be the girl that can actually help her beyond buying a toy? And that's what took me here. So you never know. But trauma is actually the thing that drove me to switch my whole way of approaching it. So I think that people see sexual women or sexually liberated women and they just assume it's a free for all at all times. You've never lived nothing. You've never experienced anything. And I'm like, as opposed to seeing that, like, because of my experience, I don't want another girl to not get the heads up that nobody freaking gave me about the uncle I was calling Unc from the block who wasn't really the uncle. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like you have to talk about it. And there are going to be people who give you the judgment. There are going to be people who have what they have to say, but then it's like, I'm still going to show up for the people who need this.
Yeah, we talked about it in our book. So it was a really deep and reflective process writing No Holds Barred. I like to say it's a mix between Zane and Chicken Soup for the Soul.
That's a good blend.
It is a somewhat memoir that leads a bit erotica, but also there's a self-help element to it. And literally that what you're saying, like, I talk about the things that had to be unlearned. I talked about the things that I learned along the way, and because I was just so ignorant or oblivious to it. And I talk about what the journey for myself looks like in terms of finding power and not letting my trauma like keep me in a cocoon, but use it as a way to learn more about myself, learn more about the things that I want. And in terms of what I want, it's what I want from a partner, what I want from the universe, how I want my life, how I want to exist. We do only get one life. Right. Whether you believe we live multiple lives, we was here before.
I just know about the one that I'm in right now.
I know about the one right now. So if the one right now is all I got,
I'm about to live it.
I gotta live it to the best. And it's not sulking about a breakup or a man that didn't work out. It's not sitting here and victimizing myself and being, this person who's in a shell and can't move past the trauma of what someone else did to me. It's sitting with myself, not blaming myself, and finding the power of how to put that energy into something else.
Yeah.
And by doing that, also learning at the same time how to communicate and vocalize the things that I want to make sure I get. And so whether it's the power of the tongue in terms of manifesting what I want career-wise, it's also telling exactly how I expect to be treated, how I want to come in the bedroom, how it turns me on that you take my trash out, how, I'm getting my nails done, you gonna pay for that? It's literally just making sure I get what I want.
What you want.
And knowing that being able to say no as a woman holds so much power, being able to also receive no from other people
also holds a lot.
Like, we have to be able to see the power in saying no and receiving no.
I always tell people sometimes rejection is protection.
And so accepting rejection, sometimes you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Sometimes a man ain't going to do what you think he needs to do. And it's also caring enough about yourself that when you get that rejection, when you get that no, you don't sulk in it. You don't beat yourself up about it. It wasn't for you. Yeah. Rejection is a form of
I say it's a protection.
Yes.
You never know what the rejection was keeping you from. So if I just see it as, you protected me, then I can accept it a different way. And then also sometimes it's like not always a full no. Sometimes it's not right now.
I literally say in the book too, once you get to a place where you can accept no and hearing no is not the worst thing in life, boy, does life get easier.
It does.
Boy, does life get easier.
It does. Because I think you spend too much of your time working to make every piece of every puzzle and everybody's life and everybody's story fit instead of accepting that they don't. And then literally, and it stagnates you.
Or wondering why.
Yeah.
Or shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like, those things keep you in a loop that actually end up keeping you from receiving
the things that you really
the things
need.
that you need.
Yeah, I feel like it's like plenty of times God done slapped me in my head. I was like, God, just put my glasses on this time. Like, I'll be blind.
You know what's crazy? It's always something in hindsight too, right?
Yeah.
Like in the moment, boy, does this suck. I remember I applied for Delta, got all the way where they flew me down there and all the things. I was like, bitch, I love traveling. I want to be a flight attendant. I want to be able to travel for free. Didn't get the job. And when I tell you, I racked my brain about what if I answered this way? What if I did this?
Wrong?
What did I do wrong? For months. Well off into a couple of years after, I was like, well, what if I was And literally when I started the podcast, or it's come to places like now where I'm literally like, if this happened, then this wouldn't have happened. And look where I am now. And like in hindsight, you get to see like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so, like you said, if something doesn't happen for you in the moment, if a relationship doesn't last,
and you still get to travel, but now it looks different.
It looks
right?
different.
And so
it looked different in my pockets too, because the bitch got to pay for it. But it would have been much better if I wasn't paying for it.
Everybody got to get them a best friend in the industry or something. You got to have, shout out to my girl because she be making sure, but
I know that's right.
It's definitely, but sometimes I also am grateful that and I tell people, you trade in your old problems for your new problems, because the problem could be like, I'm always spending my money. But then at some point realize, when you're getting booked, sometimes I'm traveling because they're going to have to cover those costs.
Yep.
So there are still ways, and somehow you still get to experience the things that you experience, but just in a way that is probably more divine for you. So I could that shit is 1,000% real.
Yeah,
so I have a question for you though, right?
Yes.
Because I did notice you're moving into a lot of also mainstream lanes, which is obviously one of those things that when you get to a certain point, you're asking yourself what's next? Okay. So you got decisions, you have selective ignorance, you have 1,000,001 freaking platforms right now.
I don't know how the fuck I talk so goddamn much. I'm sure y'all wonder too. Like, damn, bitch, do you shut up? Do you shut up? No.
But what I want to ask this is, right, because I feel like also with shifting into other lanes, there are certain parts of you they might try to mute, right? Or you need to mute in order for you to step into that lane. And that's not an easy shift or transition for people to be that versatile, right?
Right.
So I want to ask you, has that been something that you felt came easy? Was it a challenge? Or what do you still feel like you're learning as you're shifting into okay, this personality and then this personality over here sometimes? Because they're all parts of you, but they all can't show up at once sometimes.
I mean, I think that's the thing. I am a multifaceted, multi-layered person. I just am. I love music. I love politics. I love pop culture. I love traveling. I love food. I love live music. I love sex. You know what I mean? So I love all these things. And maybe I just want to give myself all to the world because that's what I enjoy doing. But I don't find it difficult, but there's a time and place for things, right?
Right.
And I think for me, being able to create and go into these other spaces, it's almost been proving myself. It's funny because last year, I think we were having a year-end episode, and maybe this was on Patreon, but Weezy asked, what's been the biggest hurdle for me in my entrepreneurial career? And I said, what's crazy is the biggest blessing has also been my biggest hurdle.
Oh.
While Whoreible Decisions has literally brought me to so many spaces and has allowed me to quit my career, in moving into different rooms and spaces, it was the same thing that made people not want to book me.
Yep.
It was the same thing that was is she able to talk about anything else? But that. And so... Unfortunately, when you're this sexually liberated person, when you're a sex positive person, when you show up in that way, for whatever reason, they don't think a bitch who openly talks about sucking dick can do anything else. And so it's become a lot of me having to prove myself on calls. With I did a show with MTV, and I know I wasn't the first choice, and it took a few calls with the producers. I now love them. Oh my God, they're like family to me now. But getting on MTV wasn't easy. Revolt I did the Revolt Summit a couple of years ago, and that was difficult. And to be honest with you, even Essence, there was.
Oh man, yeah.
That was.
You would think that you probably wouldn't have as much of a challenge with it being such a heavily Black.
Oh no, you ready?
Problem, but
no, you ready? Black women are probably. These are a lot of the people keeping me
from the opportunities
because we don't realize the conservativeness that actually exists within our own community and how much we talk about wanting to uplift and be in a place of position to give more Black people opportunity. Black women don't want to platform women like us.
You know what's so interesting? So first of all, I love when things come together. If I show you after this what I wrote, you're gonna be bugging out, right? I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because sometimes people say that and it's like, no, literally, look what I wrote, right? So I say that to you because let's get real with this, okay?
Okay, talk to me.
Because not only is that not only true, it comes at Black women of all ages. And in the past episode, and I won't bore y'all with all the details again, I spoke about how even at 11 years old, I was the glass valedictorian, and essentially,
I graduated top of my class.
Yeah, everybody in that school.
I have 2 degrees.
Everybody in there knew I was smart. Y'all all knew who I was, right? But I had, I guess, the test that I took, the state test, I perfect scored it. And so they accused me of cheating. And they told me that you weren't going to be able to be a valedictorian unless you retake this test in front of a room where people can observe you. And so I'm looking around because I'm like, so I've been in gifted class since I got in this building. I have always been an honors student.
Honor student, AP classes.
Yep. Y'all pulled me out to do math separately because even in the gifted class, that math is still not enough of a challenge for me. And you find it strange that I aced the math test that I'm already 2 levels above. Mm-hmm. So it was that I was looking around and none of the aunties spoke up. All them teachers, Mrs. this, Mrs. that, except one. One of them, she had my back. And, I was preparing my speech and I was like, I'm going in, I am the valedictorian. She was like, when you go out there, you better say I am. Like, I don't want to hear I am the valedictorian. I want to hear I am. And it was like the first time in that environment that I had a Black woman take that on. But then I realized you only get one of those every but so often. They don't come frequently. You're gonna pass 20 to get to your next one who might do it, or maybe more. And so I think that's also another thing that's tethered me over here because Candy's not that person. Right? Hands down, not that person. Like, and I know a lot of people hear it and it sounds crazy. And maybe I'm sitting on this platform and hey, she's paid to do this and this and that. I don't have no lies to tell. I've lost children, while I was pregnant, while I was with this company, and I watched them be the people who literally kept me from dropping. And when I tell you, this woman ain't have to do half the things that she did to help propel my career.
No, me and Candy had a conversation at Essence because we worked with multiple brands that weekend, and one in particular. We landed in New Orleans, mind you. We're checking into the hotel. The team is there. We get a call, and they're like, hey, mind you, the day before, we celebrated becoming New York Times bestsellers. Mind you, after a week of not feeling supported by the publisher, because of the content, because of what's in this book, they didn't know what to do with a book with so much sex.
They didn't know how to promo it.
At all. So we felt completely unsupported throughout that process. Then made New York Times bestsellers list. We did Breakfast Club that week. It was great. We were like, whew, okay,
Take it in, yeah.
Landed in New Orleans and we get a call. Mind you, celebrating the book. First thing the person says, hey, so all of the fuss about the book this week, I guess, caused somebody to do their quote unquote due diligence
and read it
and look into the brand more. And they decided that you don't align with this company. You cannot say their name, changed our whole creative. This is why there's no video out, even of like certain things during the weekend with, again, we worked with multiple brands. But they pulled out because they said, oh, yeah, sex positivity, 2 women embracing their sexual power, that doesn't align with our brand.
Oh, my God, man.
I end up finding out it was a Black woman. Okay. And I was like, and also I was just like, damn, like literally as we take steps forward and continue to prove people wrong, like a book with sex written by 2 Black women can make this list, did make this list. Literally the next day, hey, so this brand don't even want to be associated with you. And it becomes difficult as this person who's opinionated, because mind you, I'm also told men aren't going to want to be with you. Yeah. Who's going to want to marry you? Who's going to want to wife you? Who's going to want to be seen in public?
Who want to contract you? Who's going to want to...
And so
everywhere you go.
It's constantly being told that I'm not good enough, that because of the content, that I'm not welcome, that I'm not supposed to be platformed. And it's just a constant climb.
Well, let me say this to you, Mandii. Let me put the notes aside. Because I'm a Black woman who's not about to, we gonna feed that over here. Of course. We not gonna not only feed that. I work with a success coach for a while, and she got me on, reading different books of different types of genres that I wasn't reading before her.
Right.
Dora Chambers, shout out to her, because she's also an expert who is with the community. I met her through Bedroom Candy, and then I worked with her independently.
Okay.
And I was reading this book about manifestation and kind of bringing things to fruition. And I forget the exact full-on text. This was years ago, but I never forget the words. I don't know. I have that kind of memory.
Right.
But I drew this conclusion, and I'm going to give it to you because I feel like this is for you. There's a common denominator between faith and doubt.
Okay.
Right? They're both rooted in what you can't see.
Okay.
Right? Because the things you don't believe. I don't believe, I always tell people, when you see, this is my hand.
Yep.
I can say, I believe this is my hand. No, this is a hand.
This is a hand.
Right? But the things that we can't see, you have to believe in, or you choose to doubt. And a lot of people will look at that same resume that you just laying down, and some people are going to say, this is the reason I doubt you are the right fit. But there are going to be others who say, no, this is the reason I think you are the exact perfect fit. And I feel like that just like full circle, was a protection. Because imagine you go forth and thinking these people are allied with you, and then later on, they show you your true colors after you've invested yourself, your energy, and promoted them.
It was crazy because we still got the check, which I had to make sure we still got that.
It was a contract.
A part of me was still like felt defeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so a part of me in saying that I was multi-layered, multifaceted is why I love being able to show up in all these different spaces in ways that people wouldn't assume. Oh shit, she know politics. Oh shit, she read books. Oh shit, she's into this. And it's why I think I do it as well is because I like to prove people wrong. And unfortunately, like I said, they think that hoes or sexually liberated women or promiscuous women or free-spirited women are a monolith. And we're not.
No.
As women, as Black women, it is powerful to be able to embrace our own sexual...
exactly.
Do you know how many people don't know how to receive pleasure?
Oh, no. Not only do they don't... I feel like as a Black woman, I learned how to give.
That's all we do is give.
Yeah, I learned how to give. And I knew once I got to a certain point, I wanted to know I could suck the best dick. I could ride the best. I could this. Because also I heard how guys would describe certain women. If you were good at the things you did with that person.
I need you to teach me how to do that squirt shit. I ain't even gonna hold you, bitch. It's the squirt. I got to know how to do the goddamn squirt.
I promise you, that's the thing.
Oh my God. I want to learn that so bad.
When it happens to you, I swear
Mind
to
you,
God,
I know how to do it, but only when a man does it.
No, when a man does it.
I want to know how to just...
Do it yourself?
Yes.
Watch what's going to happen when you do it. Your face is going to be etch-a-sketch in my brain at that moment. I want you to know that. I'll never forget the first time. Actually, the first time I kind of brought myself to do it on command, I was recording it because sometimes that's one of the things I like to do. Okay. I like to record myself.
Okay.
And I'm like my own porn all the time, right? So just masturbating and trying different new toy come out. I'm like, I'll get my whole thing ready to get my, this is my pleasure selection over here. So I remember the first time and I caught it it happened and I was like, in the camera. Kid you not.
Goodness.
I'm
ready.
You.
I gotta learn.
Okay, it comes so full circle, and I'm going to shift us to adult edutainment, right? Because I think this is the perfect point to kind of move into it, because everything you're speaking to not only speaks to being the kind of woman who's bold enough to do it despite the doubt, despite all the things you said, but what you just said about the sexual piece of it, and what they think about it, is that I have even worked with women who were in sex work a decade, right? And I had one client
Okay.
who, and she's spoken about this openly too. I had one client who literally told me that, I've been having sex for the last 10 years and I still don't know what makes me come. Right. As far as like, sex, because all of it is, even that work was in service of doing whatever, right?
Whatever he wanted.
And I was like, so even people have the misconception that a girl who could be a woman of the night might know all these things, and she found herself in this next stage of womanhood completely clueless as to her body, what it was. And so I'm like, I never thought that would be the kind of person who I'd end up like working with in a dynamic. So you're right about that. But kind of going into it, I feel like playing with sex toys was the first thing that taught me like my body's yes and no.
Oh.
Right? Like my body was yes to this, no to that. And then I feel like stepping into kink became the thing that allowed me, like dominance allowed me to own my voice, and then submission allowed me to hear others.
Okay.
Right. And I feel like that's helped me in my career a lot. And so I kind of want to talk about that because I feel like while we're speaking about taking ownership and taking it back and reclaiming and things like that, like the identity beyond the microphones or whatever the case is, I want to talk about, your dominant energy. Right. But
it don't ever leave.
Listen, but in the spirit of not putting you in a box, I don't want to talk about it about sex.
Okay.
I really want to take a moment to kind of get a sense of like, how do you feel like your dominant energy has shown up in other areas of your life, has helped you in navigating those type of disappointments and kind of things like that, and learning your dominance has empowered your voice outside of conversations around pleasure?
What's crazy is I feel like my dominance comes from my independence, which was almost transferred to me by being raised in a single parent household. My mom worked multiple jobs. My mom was just a very strong woman. Like she had to be. She was mom and dad. Yeah. She paid the bills. She was raising 3 girls on her own, and so because of that, I also had to start work very early. My first job I was 15 years old.
Me too.
I was 15.
First just met like 2
listen, first job was Quiznos. Learned all the sandwiches quick. You know what I mean? But I think a part of my dominance also stemmed from wanting to, I don't want to say complete, but I was very competitive just with myself. I played all the sports in school, so even shit that I didn't know nothing about. I played soccer. I was the goalie in soccer. I played volleyball. I did track and field.
Now I enjoy volleyball.
Oh, I love volleyball. Volleyball and basketball were my favorites. Okay. But I remember even one year, I was like, you know what? I did the 4x1, the 200, and I was like, no, I did the 4x4. The 200, and then I remember one year, like, I'm gonna try shot put. I know I'm only 5'1" with little ass legs, but I'm gonna try long jump. Like, so many things about just life. I always just was like, you can do it. And even if you're not good, bitch, you gonna figure it out. I remember even like seeing my mom play spades. I was like, I'm gonna be good enough that my mom wants me to be her spades partner. Because that's a very important thing. Look, you feel me? And so I think like a part of my dominance came from just my confidence in wanting to be great.
It sounds like you wanted to conquer. I wanted to own so much, and I wanted to see how not only how many things you could conquer, but you were fearless in the approach from what I'm hearing.
It's funny that you use this conquer word because literally for when people talk about me with sex and men, they be like, bitch, you just want to conquer these niggas. You just want to conquer them.
No, not just them. Everything.
Literally. And it's funny because hearing you say the word conquer, yes, there were, and not that I want a fucking dictatorship, but in my life, I want ownership. I want ownership in, if no one's proud of me, I'm going to be proud of myself because I did something that maybe I went in not knowing that I could do, but I did it.
I found that like for me, because I feel the same way, and my boyfriend Chris, he calls me a blue belt. Right. And he says, you're like a black belt in mad things, but then people don't know all the blue belts you have. Right. And it's like, there's these things that I don't care. I don't have to be the greatest in it, but I need a level of mastery enough to feel confident. In it. Yeah.
And, and that feeds me.
Yes.
And so
and I get a little sadistic about it. I'm like, oh, what else can I take? What else
like
can I do?
literally,
Yeah.
I remember, and again, power of the tongue. Like, I remember when I was in school, mind you. But like, there's always things too where I feel like I'm not supposed to be here based on where society thinks I'm allowed to be, right? So I went to Lehman College. Lehman College is a city university here in New York. And even though it wasn't a big, like Ivy League school or one of the big schools, I was like, well, I'm going to get my degree in accounting and I'm going to work at a Big Four. And mind you, I knew I was going to be going up against people that went to NYU, that went to Columbia. And in my mind, I was like, I'm going to work at the Big Four. Ended up literally, I interviewed with the White House during the Obama administration. Didn't get it. But in terms of like what I just knew was for me, I worked at Goldman Sachs, ended up working at a Big Four. And literally, it was just that, like,
after
I'm going to do it.
I'm good. Too. Is this just happened to me?
After I do
where
it,
I'm like,
bitch,
check.
Did it done.
But the skills do still transfer over in other areas because I feel like later on when you have to hire an accountant, you know what to look for, right? For example, but on top of that, like what you just said, with stepping into those lanes, sometimes I'm like, first of all, I'm really good at two truths and a lie because people never believe the shit that I've done. And secondly, I found that like outside of that, you never know when that random thing you did all those years ago that you never thought was going to matter in your life at all again shows up and you're like, I know that. I happen to know a thing. And my boyfriend's like, how do you know this? How do you know this?
Oh, I remember all the most random shit.
Yeah, random things. And so I was like, even Googling one time, like, why do turtles walk slow? At 3 a.m, I'm in a tub. Like,
you want
why
to be
they walk
so
slow?
bad.
I'm serious.
Girl, I know random shit about like love bugs, like Gatorade being made at the University of Florida. Like,
why do you know that? I'm like, well,
shit.
you know that there are factories in Jersey, and they're like, why do you know that?
I
And
don't.
I'm like,
and I'll be like, I don't know.
because I'll literally think it,
yeah.
and I'll be like, wait, no,
Let me look it up.
Actually, why? Right? And the funny thing is help because even when I found the answer to that question, it was like, oh, turtles walk slow because one, their shell is heavy. They carry a lot. So they conserve their energy for the moment that they have to snap in and right. And I mean, but on top of it, like their shell cannot be broken down by a lot of animals or whatever. So they're not really prey out there or whatever. They don't have to be running from whatever the case is.
That's why they slow as fuck.
Yeah, and they slow as hell. But I thought about it. It taught me sometimes you do need to take your time to conserve your energy. You never know when you got to be like this. So it made me adaptable.
Yeah.
Right. And I think also, sometimes it's trauma rooted, but like you said, that having that mother, single mom, things like that. And
for sure.
All those things like that will do it to you too.
In terms of like money and, being in a place where I wasn't raised with it, I was like, oh, bitch, I'm finna get to this money. Like now it's on me. Like I literally start the book off that way, right? Like in terms of how we enter the world. We don't get to choose our families, our socioeconomic status, the geography of where we're born. We don't get to choose our names. Mm-hmm. And so to me, I think my dominance is rooted in literally grasping control of my own life.
What choices do you have that are yours that you want to make?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
So in terms of dating and the bedroom too, it's, no, I'm gonna make sure this goes how I want it to go.
And sometimes I don't want to choose.
And sometimes I don't. Right.
Yeah.
But even that's on me, which is like the power of even submission sometimes. Actually, today, I don't. I'm gonna be a pillow prince. Like in my mind, me being a sex toy, that's what I say. I was like, oh, let me be a sex toy. I'm not gonna move. That's because, bitch, I really don't want to move right now.
I'm tired.
And I'm tired, and so in my mind, I'm still in control. I'm telling you, I'm about to just lay here. Have fun. Have fun with all the movement.
Well, that's one thing I will say, and I got to give it to my man because he'll ask me that. He'd be like, what kind of mood are you in? Are you in a... Because sometimes I'll just be like...
Oh, you can see, girl, I don't ride dick. So niggas will tell me to get on top, and I say, no. I don't ride. Sure you would like it? This is why I'm... ethically non-monogamous. We gonna get a bitch to ride your dick.
We'll find somebody who do it.
Not what I'm going to do. I don't want to do it. I don't enjoy it. My hips need some opening. It's not enjoyable, and it's not a move that I've ever come from.
I was gonna say, and if it's not pleasurable for you, it's even worse.
It's not pleasurable for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Stop sucking my titties. The titties don't do nothing for me. Like I'm very just vocal and don't like. give me what I want. Don't give me what I don't want.
Don't give me what I don't want. Yeah. But the thing about it is you only are able, and this is the message to like so many men and women, honestly. A lot of times the reason why they feel that way and they don't feel confident enough to say those things to people is because they haven't figured out what they don't want and they haven't taken the time to figure out what they do want.
And when you figure out what you do want, you know where the power comes from? Right here.
Right here.
Your voice. Mm-hmm. Your voice. Communicating those things. Even if you don't have the word, but you could text it, you could, show, but literally being able to communicate.
I think
your voice.
It's the root of confidence, and my mantra, one of the mantras I recite to myself is my confidence. My confidence is rooted in my certainty, and so the only way I'm not going to feel confident is if you're not sure, right? If I'm sure, I have no reason to doubt myself. I'm like, oh no, I know I can do this. So how can I feel more confident? How many more things can I do? I'm going to keep doing things until I feel like, oh, you can do that. You can do that. You can do that. So when someone says, can you cook? I'm like, is a pig's meat pork? Right? Like, or whatever the case is. We ever notice anytime a person answers a question with that, like uncertainty, it's like you're not confident in your right. So I always tell women, oh, I want to be more confident. Because I appreciate that they can see it in me. I hate that they don't feel like they have it. So I'll tell those women, well, figure out whatever is not making you feel like, and go get sure about it, sis. Like, go get sure, do everything, come back with it.
And it don't matter what you look like, let me tell you, because I'm the men in my life, the attraction comes from my confidence. Men,
they
are drawn. It don't matter how small or big your waist is, how small or big your ass is, how small or big your titties are, how beautiful or unattractive you are. That confidence it beats all of those things.
And men will say it, and people don't believe it, because I honestly feel like sometimes men say a lot of contradicting things.
And the most beautiful bitches be insecure. That's why they don't
let me tell you. And they're focused on the wrong things sometimes too, right? And a lot of times the things that they're doing to feel pretty are directly rooted in their lack of confidence in that thing.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, I'll pull the wig off anywhere. Anywhere.
Bitch, I chopped all my hair off. I'm a bald-headed bitch.
Done that one day, woke up, okay, I think I'm going to grow it back. Today I might want a permit. I was like, I'm trying not to give it to the creamy crack. I'm whatever, and I just feel like the best thing that I do with my audience is I'm just going to show you how to process.
Yeah.
I don't really plan it. I'm just going to be like, hey, listen, I cut my hair off. I think I'm regretting this shit today. And then next time I'm like, oh, this is the most liberating. I let myself experience all of it. And by the end of it, you know what? I was like, oh, you know what? This hair is just as thick and difficult as me. Oh, she's sexy. She full. And then now I'm like, I'm confident that I can keep my hair natural and change up my look when I'm ready with wigs. So I feel like that's the core of it, right? So I do have a little something.
Let's do it.
Right? Because speaking of all of this stuff right here, I was thinking a lot because I bought you a gift.
Okay, I love gifts.
And the thing with the gift is I was like, I had an idea, and then we had a conversation, and then I went back and I was like, I got to add a few things.
Okay.
So I'm going to start mild and get wild. We're going to go from the bathroom to the bedroom.
Okay.
Cool? All right. So this little mesh baggie right here. Okay. Is filled with Candy Coated Cosmetics.
Yes.
But I picked the colors very intentionally that are stuck in there. And so...
Am I opening this?
Yeah, you can open it. You can open it. You can open it. And I want to focus on the color choice of the lips, right? And this is a regular. Let me hold on, because we try to make sure people don't break in it, right? Oh, it's tied. I see it.
There we go.
So one of them.
I see what you did. This is my shit.
So this one, the reds. There are two. One is a glossier look, and the other one is like a more of a satin, suede
I see
look.
Satin. So there's liquid satin.
But the name of the
mascara
color, the name of the actual satin is.
So Firestarter and True Love.
So Firestarter was on purpose.
That's me.
Yeah, we already know why Firestarter.
I be starting fires and I don't put them out. I leave that for y'all. I do love just leaving. It's funny because I just did another podcast. Shout out to Savon and Need to Know. Literally, and Alex. I literally thrive. Shout out to Cardi. I like being pretty and petty.
Yeah. Pretty and petty is it.
Hey, baby, I'm a fire starter.
And the only way the fire is getting put out is if I come on in. Like, you gonna put it on? You're sexy guy.
Why not? I can match you. Is this the color on your lips or no?
I picked one. I have on Scandal. We got a couple reds. This one is Scandal. It's definitely giving
Oh,
fiery.
yes. You
It's
know, and I
definitely
got
good.
the
And it brought
blonde.
the blonde.
The
Yeah,
blonde
I was about
that's
to
why I was like, oh, bitch, I wear red.
And then I also just put our drama mascara, right? Because you sometimes can
Yeah, I
be
need actually some more mascara.
can be the drama if you want, right?
I
Or
am the drama. No,
you
not
see
am I the drama. I am the drama. Okay?
Now this next one is because I know it's a little something you like to do. I'm gonna open mine while you opening yours so that people can see it, right? Or you can, that way you don't have to.
What
open.
you know I like to do? Don't be acting like you know me, girl.
I know a little something. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Oh, I will.
Because I'll be corrected.
That's what I do
This
to
one is
these
called
niggas. I let 'em know.
Matchmaker. I
Okay.
left it like that so you can have it in your package for when you're ready. This is the actual demo one. So if you want, you can open your own.
Okay.
But everything is gonna come in these little satin baggies. That's what I love the most because these are what I call my TSA travel friendly satin bags.
Good, because I'm sick of putting all my sex toys in Balenciaga pouches.
Oh no, I
like this. This look like it's about to.
This is look. I want to show you here. You hear that laugh?
Okay. You gotta know,
because it's sexy though. Isn't it pretty?
Oh, this is a pretty one,
right?
Bitch, you ain't shit.
So y'all might not know. My girl Mandy likes to dominate. You can put the bullet here if you want to put a bullet in there.
Okay.
Get you something every you know.
Okay.
Because I peg a lot too, so I know a little bit about that.
This.
And then there's interchangeable sizes for your different deals and whatnot. So kind of switch.
Now,
You can
I
adjust
want them to
it.
take the big one.
Oh,
you better take the big one.
You can get the big. I think the biggest whole one is on yours already. Look.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So then so it adjusts here. Also, this is the part for like your thigh. It's gonna be really comfortable.
Yes,
I'll tell you that.
no, it feels really good.
Yeah,
and that's the thing about harnesses to me, especially when as a bigger girl. First off, I'm very bottom heavy as is, but at one point I was like a size 18, and it used to be. They cut because of how tight you actually have to fasten them for it to be sturdy. You gotta really. And so even just feeling this, yes, this
it's
feels
soft
like
and it's padded for that. And
this feels good.
This is the one that you tighten. So touch the bottom one.
Oh yeah, no, I
that's the one that has the.
Okay,
you see what I mean?
Harnesses. For thicker women get tricky. So this feels. I'm excited. I can't wait to use it.
So yeah, you can tighten.
Okay, y'all. She kind of know me.
A little something. What we
I didn't get to introduce myself, but I am Peg the Stallion. I am Peggy Markle. I am Peggy Bundy. Okay. All right.
Now we got one more thing, and I'm gonna see if I hit the nail and brought it home with this last one. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I also said, well, that's what she gonna use on the gentlemen's who she.
You know what's crazy? Yes. So I have never pegged a woman. I've only pegged
men, right? I feel like it's been they're the ones who. Anyway,
I've never strapped a woman. I'm sorry. Pegging is for men. Strapping is for women.
This is also for you.
Oop, that one's empty.
Okay. Now this one is called Just Between Us. I'm gonna open this one. This is brand new too, but I'm gonna open it up.
These are tricky.
Now
I ain't never had the one. I've never.
I'm gonna tell you who I got. This
it goes
for you
in
for.
your ass and your.
Nope.
Oh, this isn't that. Okay.
This is actually a strapless strap-on, and I got this for when you play with the girls. Right?
A strapless strap-on.
So this is what it looks like. Let me put this to the side real quick, so you can see how this works.
Please.
I'm a direxia because I told you I was gonna help you. Now, this part right here will go inside the vagina.
Wait,
this part.
Okay.
So now once that goes in and cups the G spot, this will clip right against your G spot, and then you have a detachable bullet right here, so you can feel vibration there if you want.
Okay.
On the inside, and then the vibration here is going to be directly against the clit, and then that's your external.
Shut up. Okay.
Now
I got
you seeing the anatomy?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like that.
I say, oh, she need that. She need that.
Wow.
This one right here is like
you've used it.
Oh yes. And I like. So first of all, I love this. This here.
Yeah, because it moves.
This matters.
It does.
It's flexible enough that
because
you can conform. It's not the exact same.
All of our insides are different.
And you'll notice this part is a little girthier.
Yes.
So you can have a little bit more of a fuller feeling around a G spot, and then it has that kind of.
Wow.
G-nook.
Wow, this is going to be fun.
So actually, as you're thrusting, the toy is going to be thrusting in you against your G-spot and your clit, while it's also going to be thrusting in the receiving end. So this was designed for like, you know,
Wow.
a little lesbian fun.
Wow.
And then the bullet, you can actually, and I always tell people the first time, I always put a little lube in it because it's tight, but it detaches. So you can take it out and not use any vibration. But this bullet can also be put into the
strap.
You see what I'm saying? I was trying to have a full, you know.
Now you did that.
So whether whoever is in the bed.
You did that. Okay. Candy, you did that. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Oh, nah.
And you know
I'm
what's
going to
so
have
funny?
to use it and then give you.
You got to tell me.
Yeah, I got to tell you how it goes. I got to tell you how that goes.
I'll take an emoji and I'll know. Whatever it is. But seriously, I was like, nah, she needs.
Oh, nah.
Yeah,
Facts. Oh, no, these are some of the best gifts I've gotten all year.
I'm happy you feel that way. Yeah, because I was like, you know, I really thought about it. And I think that gift giving, I'm the kind of person who I love gifts, but I hate when it's not, when I don't feel like a person thought about me. You just bought me something as opposed to like.
No, I learned my lesson last year. For my birthday, my boo got me a Dior bag. Spent too much, hated it. Took it right to Saks and got 3 pairs of shoes and some perfume for the same price of this ugly ass bag. And thankfully, he ain't never asked to see me wear. He ain't never asked to see me wear it because that thing don't. It ain't in my. It don't exist. I ain't got it, baby. I ain't got it. I am very big on giving people something that they like, that they would use. Otherwise, what are we talking about?
What are we doing? It's not, the gift wasn't for me, it was for you.
It was for you.
It was for you to feel good about giving me something instead of actually giving me something I was going to find
this year
useful.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
I got my list of things I want.
So I had already thought about one of them, but then I was like,
oh yeah, no, this is,
nah,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your Kinktober.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Now I have one last thing that I wanted to kind of ask you as just a general question, just to see like where you go with this, right? Because in the spirit of the conversation and identity beyond the mic, well, actually it's two questions and they're kind of connecting. The first one is, in what area, if you could pick a passion lane, all right, that people don't know you crave, like right now, something that's like, that you kind of want to do, you've been curious about, want to get into, that people may be surprised or just have no idea. What is that passion lane for you look like?
Television and film. So I am looking to create shows and I would love to act. I would love to act.
You know, that's like in my area too.
Yeah, that's like where I'm at right now. Like, I've been myself for so long. Like, a part of me is like, I think that's something that I don't know if I'm really that good at it.
Let's find out.
And so part of me
give me a persona that you feel like you kind of really do feel like you could be good at.
What you mean? Like,
if you had a role, like a role you could play that feels like.
Oh, like I would do Mallory from Beauty and Black. I think I would do it better than her.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, she's a boss bitch. She knows her shit, and she's with a nigga who keep fucking shit up.
Okay.
Like, I think that is a role
So how
I
would you
kill.
have handled when Kimmy came out and you found out that this was the new wife? What would you have did?
No. I would have responded just as, oh, yo, stupid ass, you and your daddy fucking the same bitch.
What she said?
Oh, yo, stupid ass, you out here, oh boy got you fucking on the same hoe. You a goofy ass nigga. Like, literally,
you
and I just feel like I would have killed that goddamn role.
That role.
Literally, she was laughing at him.
No, and it's so funny.
On some shit where, and then we can't do shit about it because niggas gonna fuck up our shares. We can't do shit about it, but you was
still doing it.
And because you ain't shit, your daddy hates you so much, he done went and did this shit.
She went over and said, welcome to the family. And I said, that is to me. I would have so went over. I would have been the kindness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for you to get familiar with things around here.
You know? So I think I would kill that role. Okay. And then I really want to create. Okay. So the same way I wrote a book and how much I talk about sex, there's an idea in my mind. I have 2 actually right now. One, I've already written the character arc for it, and it leads into a little bit of my experience. But there's another thing I want to do that kind of would combine Hunting Wives and Greenleaf.
Interesting.
So I would love to tap into showcasing a Black community that's heavily conservative, and everyone's secrets lies in kink and BDSM things that they can't live out loud. So, but those secrets come out.
It's rich bitch o'clock.
I listen.
And then later on, it's spank a bitch o'clock.
You know?
All right, I like that. No, honestly,
So like creating television and film is like what I would like to conquer next.
More so, that's like, that actually puts you behind a lens and allows you to express your vision in a different way than how you've been. I like that. I think I can see that for you.
Yes.
I could also see you with the Mallory energy, seeing as I witnessed you orchestrate a certain thing on a boat recently in Jamaica. If y'all want to know that story, you're going to have to go over to Patreon on Whoreible Decisions.
Know people were watching.
Yeah.
I get in my own little world.
Me too. You zone out, right?
Oh, I didn't see anyone watching. I thought
you guys are still
you
here?
would have thought we were in a secret room. I thought there was a closed door and nobody saw a thing. What you saw, I was like, oh yeah, I zoned.
You zone out.
I zone out.
I think I had several months of those moments, and then I would get up and be like, when did all these people get here?
I was like, wait, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Oh, my bad. I thought we was alone.
That was Mallory. That was definitely her energy with that. Like, you want it? Okay. Y'all gotta go over to Whoreible Decisions on Patreon and listen to the Hito recap. It is a 2-part.
Our trip with Choco Bliss was insane.
It was. And we can't, those kind of stories are not for this platform.
Okay.
Because
say less.
They are, but they ain't.
They're not.
They're
not ready. But y'all go to Whoreible Decisions. Patreon.
Going over there, okay, because we
for as little as $5. It took 2 episodes
to cover
and all the sex. We still didn't even
story in 2 hours.
Oh, bitch! I didn't even share about the go to shower now.
We need our own separate sidebar.
Literally, we gonna listen.
Let's just say that we are practicing what we are preaching. Oh,
yeah, this ain't cap.
And then the last question I want to ask before
Let's go.
we close out with our Money Making Monday, you get to talk about a few things, is, okay, where do you still feel misunderstood? No matter how many times you show it, no matter how many times you do it, no matter how many times you speak it, people still don't seem to understand it. They can't, like, you're still trying to find the right approach or angle to get people to receive this piece of you.
I am a villain.
Okay.
To the world.
Okay.
Online, in the spaces, and it's crazy because I think a lot of it comes from my delivery, which there's an insecurity there. This is how I talk. I'm from Florida, bitch. My voice is deep, so it doesn't matter how nicely I say something. It still sounds harsh.
Yeah.
Because I got this deep voice. It doesn't matter how demure I try to be. I don't come off feminine. I come off masculine and dominant. And so for me, I think it's misunderstood that I like people. I'm nice. I want everyone to win. Everyone can win. I don't fight. I'm actually not argumentative. I'm not combative. I don't like confrontation.
Conflict. Okay.
I don't. Conflict
different. Confrontation. Yeah.
Bitch, I don't get, like, I might let it be known if I don't like you. You know what I mean? Conflict will, like...
But the confrontation is the things that can kind of go...
I'm not confrontational. I would rather, like, that energy of out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
Like, if we get there, and sometimes I think I'm someone who, when I've expressed how people have made me feel... I have not been met with many people with the accountability or
who receive it.
Emotional intelligence to apologize for how they made me feel. So a lot of times I take those feelings and move on. Whether it's from my mom, past relationships, my current business, like, and maybe that's our conflict as business partners. There's many times where when I finally do share with someone how their actions make me feel,
they have a way of reducing it or demeaning it, or
they come back with, well, remember when you did,
and deflection.
So the deflection, I don't feel seen or heard when I do finally feel like I'm hurt, and so I maybe I walk around with a chip on my shoulder, and that, is projected in every time I'm on the mic, but I think that's where I'm most misunderstood.
Oh, you know something, Mandii? This is gonna sound weird when I say it out loud, but I just saw my boyfriend in you, because he big black supervillain is what he go by, right? But the villain complex of, like, people have hurt me.
Yeah.
And don't acknowledge it. And especially because he's big. People don't see like the big guy getting hurt. But when you said that, I heard him say that to me and I was just like, Jesus, right? Because like for me, I'm the complete other side of it, right? I'm so nice, I'm so kind, I'm so this, I'm so that people don't respect that. Like when I toggle that line, I'm gonna be another person to you, and I'm doing everything in my existence to not be that person because I don't even like who that person can become, but she's there. She exists. And so it's like when it's a mirror and a reverse, like a shadow, like you know how you have the shadow. And so, and I also think it's why we work, because he's the villain first, and I'm not. I'm the superhero first, but he knows how to tame my villain, and I know how to surface his hero. And so that shit is so real, what you just said, because how many times am I supposed to allow you to minimize my experience before, I get to a point of not giving a fuck, right?
And then, mind you, it builds up resentment because for all the things that bother me and maybe your actions, once you feel silenced there as a person who feels like it doesn't matter how much you tell someone they're hurting you, it's not going to be received and nothing's going to change. You just kind of live with, unfortunately, like just being upset
about it.
And
the thing is, if you don't want to live in it, you have to let it go. And sometimes that doesn't look nice to people. They don't like what that part looks like. So it can kind of surface a version of them that villainizes you when they don't realize
100%.
that my villain is as a result of the villain you were to me. And I mirrored it back and you hate that.
And you hate it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And so I think that's like, I don't want to be that person, but baby, when I don't fuck with you, I am not a phony person. So baby, once I get to the point where I see
that's where I put you, I'll hold you, then that's where I'm at with it.
And that's where I'm at with it.
But what I want to say is, because I think that for me, there's a level of not just desensitizing, right? Because that's one thing, but compartmentalizing that it actually hit me, it snuck up on me and it just like straight stomach attacked me last year ago.
Compartmentalization ass bitch. I compartmentalize probably to a fault.
And the thing is, because you are the kind of bitch just a little bit like me, we're gonna be really good at it. We're gonna be
too good at it.
Expert I could own an extra space storage franchise across the nation with the amount of things I have locked in certain places. So,
I can show up for you in one space and I give a fuck about you in another.
Yeah. And so, I have this way of placing people in. Once I put you here, and it doesn't mean that doesn't have to be hell. There's levels, right? But then when I put you here, after you were here, you stay here, and you don't get back here.
You don't come back.
Now I will say, I can reach a space with people of acceptance for where, like, as long as you can accept where we are, right? And our paths don't have to like interfere with each other, we can live with that. But I definitely relate to that. And that's exactly how I've treated every dude who fumbled this bag.
Period.
I know every time you see me smiling, a little part of you crumbles a little more inside, and I get a sick sadistic pleasure out of it. No, but seriously, on real talk, I feel that. So first of all, thank you for trusting me with that.
No, of course.
That was real. That shit was so. Oh, and I'm a Pisces, y'all. I'm a Pisces, y'all.
Oh my God, emotional as fuck.
My boyfriend calls me crises.
That's crazy.
Because he says sometimes you're from the crying, but also that I'm the crisis.
Yep, sounds about right.
But I'm an emotionally intelligent Pisces. I think once you meet an emotionally intelligent Pisces, tears is not like every little thing makes me cry, but when you see a part of you in someone, you can't help but like our whatever version or age of that person of us, just be like, hey girl, I felt.
I love that you refer to yourself as an emotionally intelligent Pisces.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely toggled and been around some of the others. And I'm like, if you don't go figure out and reflect and do whatever it is that you need to do with yourself to be good. Because the thing about me is I'm going to mirror you and you're going to hate. If you don't like what you look like, don't put that on me. It's on you, you covert narcissists. So Pisces are more emotional narcissists though. Like they
Okay.
weaponize their feelings. They do the shame, they pity, you don't care about me. You don't, whatever. When they're not emotionally intelligent, everything that they feel bad about themselves, they put it on you and say, you don't
did
think
it.
I'm pretty. You don't, instead of saying, I don't think I'm pretty. So if you ever come across a Pisces who's doing that, they're not there yet. Send them back into the chamber. Tell them cook a little more. Come back on out.
And I don't even stars and moons. I'm not a stars and moons girl.
I'll say this.
I just say Libra's the best sign because that's what I am.
That's what you are.
But I don't know shit about
Libras is a fun
signs.
sign, though. I always tell people this. I pay attention to characteristics in people. And if I see characteristics, I'm like, okay, I can see that. Where I know I'm a true Pisces is that I could live at the bottom of the ocean or I could be floating on the top. Right?
That's right.
But I think, again, emotional intelligence is what separates it because I need to know, bitch, you at the bottom of the ocean today.
Yep.
A lot of them will be there and swear they're on top.
Yep.
And I'm like, no. But I want to say Money Making Monday is our final segment. We close. It's just a few minutes because we drop on Mondays. We want to let them know anything about how they can get to you, the things you offer, you got. But also if you have like a boss ass tip or anything you want to share or whatever the case is, as we kind of conclude this, give it to the peoples.
There's power in delusion. And so whatever you want to do, I told people I was moving to Atlanta to get on radio. I had no interviews, no job. It wasn't, but I said, I'm going to Atlanta to dip my toe in radio. That's what I see next for myself. 9 months later, I have my show in Atlanta, 6 to 8 on Hot 107.9, Off the Clock with DJ Jazzy T. And I think being able to accomplish where I'm at now, I remember when I was in corporate saying, I just want, it grew, right? At one point when I was bartending, I said, I just need $1,000 a week. Then it went to, I just want to get to 6 figures, right? And 6 figures to us was just $100,000.
Yeah.
It was like,
it was never
whoa.
that, oh, wait, there are other figures in the 6 figures.
It was $100,000. And now I've had one job create
that one amount.
That one amount.
Yeah.
And so you are limited to your scope of what can happen until you say it, put it out into the universe, and make it happen. And mind you, you have to work. You got to put in the work. But once you believe that you deserve it,
it becomes yours.
It becomes yours.
It becomes yours.
You have to believe you deserve it. And
like,
I'm not even no witchy ass bitch. I don't do the crystals. I don't but the way I know I deserve the world is like falling to my lap in terms of love, the treatment I'm now getting from my partners, the opportunities in business. It's coming because I know that I deserve it.
And the world deserves you, right? And every part of you.
And when you sit in knowing that, you see just doors open that were closed. You see, like, there's been times, and I talk about it too, I haven't really felt safe with men, but maybe it's because I didn't know how to demand or tell them, or I didn't think I deserved a certain treatment from them. How I want it, I'm getting now. And so it's that, that would be my tip. There's power in delusion.
That wasn't a tip. That was a whole sermon.
You get what you truly feel like you deserve. And if you feel like you deserve a higher paying job and you truly believe it, it'll come.
You want to laugh real quick?
Yes.
As you was talking, the side of me that has an actress in her couldn't help but think, yes, Lord. And Sister Mandii, and as she said the word, Lord, you have to be crazy, Lord. I don't know. And then I was like, go back inside.
You gotta be a little crazy. Gotta be a little delulu.
Gotta be a little crazy.
Gotta be a little
You
delulu.
have to be a disruption.
Yes.
You have to be a disruption. So I appreciate that. Let them know. I know you said the radio station, but how they could connect to all your platforms and everything.
So I'm working on changing my handles, but right now you could catch me everywhere, either at Full Court Pumps, or my stream is at with Mandii B. And I'm working on my site with Mandii B. Everything will be with Mandii B soon. But Full Court Pumps is where you can find me. Every Monday, I drop Decisions.
Okay. Every
Tuesday and Friday, you can get Selective Ignorance wherever you listen to podcasts. And then, of course, my book, No Holds Barred, A Dual Manifesto of Sexual Exploration and Power. Wherever you get books, and I always promote for you to buy it at your local Black-owned, woman-owned, or queer-owned bookstore, because always support that. And so No Holds Barred is available now wherever you get books.
I love it.
I think that's everything. I be working, bitch.
You do. And I know that you got enough on your plate, but there's one thing that I want to tell you. We're not a brand who'll ever say no to you.
Thank you.
So if you ever need a family,
thank you.
This is my invitation.
No, and like I said, I got to meet Candy during Essence. She was better than I thought she would be.
Everybody has that feeling.
She's so nice, and we shared.
She's approachable, but they think that she's looked like
and we shared a thing in common, and it was funny because was telling her about one of the stories in the book where I picked up a couple in Mexico, and I'm thinking she got bedroom Candy. Her jaw dropped when I'm telling her my goddamn story. I said,
it's no different over here. She'd be like, and what you doing with that?
Like,
but her curiosity is going to be like.
And so I love Candy.
Yeah.
I love her.
We definitely, and I feel like that's, we invented, we listen, and we don't judge over here. So guys, first of all, Mandii, thank you for your transparency.
No, thank you for having me.
The jokes, the laughs, the kinkiness, the all of it. I can't wait to hear how your Kinktober goes by the end of it.
Well, hopefully I'm with one of my boyfriends on a trip. We're supposed to be going to Tennessee for like some cabin lifestyle trip.
So you know, I just did that in January.
It was cute.
It was nice.
Okay,
it was cute.
I was supposed
little
to do
hot
that.
tub with the elements around you.
I'm here for it.
All of it.
I'm here for
all
it.
Of it.
And I've never been to a cabin.
And absolutely bend over the balcony.
Oh, I'm gonna bend over a tree. Bitch, I already had the nigga climb a tree. It's the same nigga fucked in a tree.
Was it?
He's adventure. He is my. I told you that's my boyfriend now.
Y'all, we gotta talk. This has been the Business of Pleasure podcast. I'm your girl, Cash, your sexologist bestie. This is your platform where sexy meets success, and we put the P and power and pussy and all of the. Okay, y'all get the point.
Pain, pleasure,
progression, whatever you want to go with, and we will see you again soon. Because what? A tree? The same tree taking you to more trees?
Yes. All the trees. All the trees. Bye, guys.